a moment to plan, to fasten a collar, to try on a new pair of goggles, to listen to the advice of the mechanic. And then the time is all gone. The moment for which they have been preparing is here. And for the next 500 miles, each man will ride alone, doing the thing he knows best, driving a precision racing machine to win. Three cars all together. On the surface, one pace lap looks like another, but close examination shows that the face of the 500 is changing. Only 4 of the starters are roadsters, 2 are Novis, the rest are rear-engine cars. As the pace car pulls into the pits, Jim Clark moves ahead on Foyt and pulls into the lead. Nervous drivers begin to settle down into driving patterns, which each individual man hopes will bring him into victory lane. Jim Hurtuby's dream of finding the short way around ends on the very first lap. His transmission is out. Clark continues his lead. But coming out of the backstretch, A.J. Foyt passes and moves to the front. Foyt tries to press his advantage, but Clark hangs on, determined to reclaim his lead. Clark recaptures the lead in the third lap. Foyt goes to second. Ruby spins in the north short chute, recovers in the infield, and drives on. Right behind him, Len Sutton loses control and spins in the identical spot, taking Dan Gurney with him. Both drivers recover. Gurney manages to hold on to third position. From the 18th to the 42nd lap, 5 cars drop from the field. Then Dan Gurney is out with clutch trouble. A month of work gone. Clark continues to widen the gap, and A.J. Foyt has to stop thinking about being first, for Parnelli Jones engages him in a duel which completely takes his mind off the front-running Clark. Clark gets the fuel sign and pulls in on the 66th lap. The pit stop takes 17 seconds. Very short, considering that under a new ruling, fuel may be added by gravity flow tanks only. Foyt has the lead, but must soon make a pit stop. He tries to build up space between himself and Clark. Rookie Mario Andretti, in the pits on the 68th lap, desperately tries to get back to the race. He's running fourth and has been holding his own, matching the 150-mile-an-hour speed average set by the leaders. In the 75th lap, A.J. Foyt comes in. Another new ruling this year provides for 2 mandatory pit stops during the race. This does away with the dangerous practice of drivers carrying excessive fuel loads in an attempt to go the distance without stopping. Clark comes down the straightaway and moves back into the lead. Foyt comes out of the pits and takes up his position, but he's now following both Clark and Parnelli-Jones. Andretti is right behind in 4th. Bobby Unser goes out with engine failure. Both Novis are out of the race. At the halfway point, Clark leads. Foyt has regained 2nd. But 16 laps later, Foyt pulls abruptly into the pits. His transmission has failed, and he's disgusted. This 1965 500 could have given him his 3rd win, a record attained by only 3 men: Louis Meyer, Maury Rose, and Wilbur Shaw. Clark gets the word that Foyt is out. Some of the pressure is gone, but there is still Parnelli-Jones to be reckoned with. In the 119th lap, Bud Tingelstad is running 5th behind Andretti. He loses a wheel and crashes the wall in turn number 3. The wheel rolls into the infield. The caution light is on, and the race is slowed. Tingelstad joins a growing list of 18 drivers who have gone out of the race. Taking advantage of the yellow flag, Parnelli-Jones makes his 2nd pit stop. The engine coughs and almost dies, but springs to life as a relieved crew cheers him back into 2nd position. The race roars on at 152 miles an hour average. The record book is being rewritten in this fastest 500. Clark powers into the pits on the 137th lap. He has a 2-minute edge on Parnelli-Jones. A comfortable margin, but there's still more than 60 laps left in the race. "24 seconds later, he's on his way again. Walt Hanskin drives through the north infield with a blown engine. Now 21 of 33 starters are out of the race. On the 139th lap, Mario Andretti makes his 2nd stop. He's running 3rd. Mickey Rupp is 4th, and Gordon Johncock is 5th. 3 rookies and 2 veterans lead the field. "39 seconds later, he's out of the pits, set to go the distance. At 150 laps, the speed average is 151.138 miles per hour, a new record for this changing 500. Parnelli-Jones makes a 3rd pit stop in the 162nd lap. The crew really gets with it, for Andretti is coming up fast from 3rd position. "24 seconds puts him back in the battle, but the elusive Clark is far ahead. Carrying a light fuel load, Parnelli gambles on having enough to go the distance. This eliminates an all-out bid to catch Clark, who is 2 minutes ahead. Coming down to the end of the race is Clark, Jones, and Andretti, running together, but traveling in different laps. Still holding his record-breaking pace, Jenny Clark crosses the finish line to become the victor of the 1965 Indianapolis 500. Parnelli-Jones finishes a clean 2nd. and runs out of fuel. He heads for home, pushing the car. And Jimmy Clark heads for victory lane and a winner's prize of more than $160,000. The fate of the front-engine roadster is settled. The rear-engine cars have completely revolutionized the racing picture since their introduction just 5 years ago. Jimmy Clark of Scotland becomes the first foreign driver to win since 1916.